Right, and as promised, joining us now, Republican Senator from Oklahoma, James Lankford. Senator, thank you so much for being with us here on this busy afternoon, as it usually is. Let's dive right into these scathing questions about President Trump's health. You see him pretty often. How does he look to you?
I do. I see him pretty often, and he looks great. And I've been in meetings with him at 10 o'clock at night, and he's still going strong. So all this thought from everything saying he's slowing down in his schedule, I haven't seen anything that's slowed down with this president.
Senator, I want to go back to this. President Biden's final cabinet meeting. If we want to compare apples to apples here, it was barely audible. Watch this.
Yeah.
This is the first time Jill has joined us, and it goes to show how important the issue is, which she's about to speak to the both of us. Today, at the top of our meeting, Jill's going to give an update on the House initiative, White House initiative, to fundamentally change the approach and fund how we approach and fund women's health services. So I'd like to turn it over to Jill and for any comments she has, and it's all yours, kid.
Thank you. You know, sometimes the White House surprises you.
I mean, Senator, if the media is going to call shots like this, they got to show things like that. I mean, President Biden, he could barely run these meetings. And in fact, he didn't hold a lot of them. In fact, I think he held about the same over his entire term as Trump has currently to date.
Yeah, this is an already litigated issue by the American people and, quite frankly, by Democrats and by the Democrat media. You go back to the famous debate between President Trump and President Biden. All of America saw the issues. All of America grieved over where President Biden was and says he is not in a position to be reelected. Democrats pushed him out immediately and put in Kamala Harris, who was supposed to be the savior of the party for them, and pushed her in. But President Trump has shown his energy, has shown how hard he works. Look at his travel schedule. Look at how many meetings he's in. This is a total fabricated issue, again, from the media that has determined that they're going to try to create a story that is not real.
And he certainly perked up at the end when the reporters asked the questions there. He came,
yeah.
came to life.
And,
all right.
And Senator, again, your personal experience with him, I'm sure you can speak to this, but I mean, he's very witty. He's always sort of, he seems to be always holding court, making a joke. He's very much in the moment, whereas even just that clip we saw of former President Biden, I mean, everything is literally being read. It doesn't seem that it's in the moment. And the fact that an 80-year-old president, and that is President Trump, is able to do that for hours and hours on end, to me, in and of itself, that speaks volumes.
No, he's a very strong leader. He is very engaged. He's up on every topic. He wants to talk things through. When he's not actually in a meeting face-to-face, he's on the phone with folks. He's constantly engaged. So there are lots of things you see in the White House schedule. What you don't see are all the phone calls, all the other things that he also does behind the scenes. So he does work very, very long days and is eager to be able to travel. Lives on Diet Coke. I don't know how the man does it. He hardly sleeps and lives on Diet Coke, but he is a very engaged leader.
That's an ad campaign, yes.
McDonald's and Diet Coke. Incredible. Senator Lankford, thank you so much. We appreciate you joining us here today.
You bet. Good to see you all again.
Good to